What? Goodness. Get this chair right. Welcome to Fun Day Friday. This is said Larry J, and I'm your host, Larry J. Um, how was your day today? I'm quite sure today was y'all like my shirt. Y'all see I got the cat on there from Alice in Wonderland. Got on my mad scientist jacket. How was y'all day today? Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Make yourself at home. Go in the kitchen and get you some Max barbecue. I don't think I'll be going there again, but go in there and get you some Max, some Max barbecue. Um, them collard greens, they were delicious. Um, just get you some. There's some collard greens on up in there, and some baked beans, some coleslaw, and some chicken. So have at it. Make sure you get you some napkins. Don't come up here and wasting stuff on my floor and everything. Make sure you get you a couple of napkins because I got one sister. She like you to get a napkin at a time. And she'll bust a vessel if you get more than one napkin at a time. But anyway, how was y'all day today? Y'all ready for the weekend? I'm quite sure you all have plans because as many of you, when Monday strikes, you all be counting down to get to Friday. I guess it'd be bump Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Like it'd be oh today Monday. Oh, if I just blink, it'll be Friday. Blink, it'll be Friday. Blink, it'll be Friday. Well, it's a beautiful day outside today. The sun was out and everything. This weather, have y'all noticed the weather like yesterday and the day before? It was like 50 degrees, high 50s, 50 degrees. You having to wear turtlenecks and hoodies and wool coats and panda coats and polar bear coats and everything. Now today it's like high 70s. Like this weather is kind of bipolar. But anyway, I say, today is Fun Day Friday. I said I was going to find some fun topics. As you all know, if you don't know, you're going to know now. I have like news feeds that I get on my phone, and it tells me like things that are going on locally, like in the Atlanta area, and nationally in the United States of this America, and also globally, what's going on in other countries. So every now and then I click on, like I always see the news feeds that come across. So I say, I'm going to talk about something that's probably going on and is going on. And I came across an article that was just sitting there on my little news feed. And there they go out there racing again. The police need to stop them. You see, this is a Fun Day Friday. You can tell when it's Friday because them nutcases out there, they go to racing on the road and everything else. You hear they engine, like whatever. So anywho, there was a teacher in the Virginia area. She was arrested, if not mistaken, this week. And I kind of skimmed over the article, but I am going to paraphrase some of it. But she was arrested for having powder in her desk. Now I'm trying to understand. A kindergarten teacher at that. So they arrested Wills. No, I don't want to call the name of the school, but it was in Virginia. Start with a C, end with Colonel. This is what Fun Day Friday is all about. But yes, it was at an elementary school, and she was actually arrested for having powder in her desk. And I said it twice on purpose. So I'm like, nah, she a teacher. Now some of them students, because school is different than what it used to be like. When students came to school, many of them, they came with the ability to learn. Like these kids these days, they be coming for the ability to destroy sometimes. But Let me read out to what some of these parents said. Alexis, cereal bar. Pull up article. Today, not tomorrow, but today. Okay. States. Okay, no, not that one, Alexis. See, you don't even know what you're doing, Alexis. So some of the parents, they stated she was an excellent teacher. I bet she was an excellent teacher because she probably was up there teaching stuff she was up there teaching some. My daughter did my daughter did really well in her class. How? Well, I used to meet with her. Everything was fine when we met. I bet it was everything because she probably didn't know who you was and who your daughter was. My daughter always enjoyed being in her class. That's because your daughter probably was all on these folks' desks. Sometimes your daughter enjoyed in being in the class. But yeah, I don't understand. Like some of these people, and I get it. I'm not gonna put all of it on the teachers because some of these students, I mean, they can be a bit overwhelming. We'll just put it in such a clause like that. But some of these teachers, now, if you're starting to know that you're starting to do stuff like take part of the work, change your career. Go and write your notice and tell them people that you cannot do this anymore, that your career has came to a halt in this industry and that you are starting to pursue other career paths because right here this is not it. Nobody's not going to because wish I almost like to say like nobody's not going to want you tending to their child and then you visiting the street pharmaceuticals and at that and some of these teachers they get it. And don't get me wrong, because I've been in that industry as well and still in that industry. And some of the teachers they get in it for the fun and the thrill. My tongue is seem like they get in for the thrill because they like the vacations. Let's go over teachers' vacations. Now they don't get paid like they should, but let's go over teachers' vacation. January, many of them are out for MLK. February, winter break. Where did winter break come in? Because when I was in school, we didn't know nothing about no winter break in February. A whole week. March, nothing. April, spring break. May, everybody has shut down mentally, including the principals and the teachers, because school is ending. So they don't really care if you turn in work. Don't worry about it. Bring it in next year to your next teacher and they'll grade it. Then they get out like in the latter part of May. Then you have June, July. So you out for like 8-9 weeks. That's for teachers. Administrative, like principals, it's a little different because if not mistaken, they have to work year round. If not mistaken, it's a little different for the assistant principals because they kind of sort of, if not mistaken, get out like with the teachers, if not mistaken. But let me finish on. Okay, now June, July, August, they kind of start back into school first part of August. September, they out Labor Day weekend. October, fall break. No, is it fall break? I know fall break. And I'm like, what do fall break come in there? How you get out for fall? I don't know nothing about no fall break. November, they get out a whole week for Thanksgiving. Last time I remember when I was in school, we got out that Tuesday. And then we got out Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. We was Christmas, they out 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. So some people they get into the teaching career because of the breaks. But if you don't like them students, because some teachers I know I encountered, they don't call them children bad mother effers, monsters, demons. I mean, I didn't say it. And I'm just looking at them like, well, why did you choose teaching? If you look at these students like that, no, all students are precious. Whitney Houston sung it, but she said, I believe the children are our future. Teach them when and let them lead the way. As teachers in administration, show them, and parents too, show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children laughter remind us how we used to be. Y'all ain't remind these children nothing about how they used to be. Y'all surely ain't showing them how the beauty they possess. Because that takes time. You know, you always hear the scripture. Now, there he go. He finna jump into the Bible portion. He'll jump into the Bible portion. He flips out. It says, train up a child in the way he should go, and he will not depart. That scripture does not mean you just drag them to church all the time. If you just take them to church throughout their children years, and then when they get grown, they're going to eventually find them. That's not the only thing that scripture means. That scripture, train up a child in the way, that means show them all the beauty they possess inside. Pay attention to their gifts and their talents and see what they, like, for example, I'm going to give a prime example, like for Beyonce. Don't come stoning me. I'm just giving you an example. Beyonce had a voice for singing. She sings very well. I like Beyonce, but she sings very well. But if you actually go back and listen to like a lot of her interviews and like with her mom noticed she had a gifting for singing. So she would put her in pageants, singing, talent shows and everything. And that's how, they trained her up in the way she should go. Now she's a big time billionaire singer. Train up a child. But we got it twisted because we think if we just drag our children to church, well, we gonna beat the church in them. Then when they grow up and they get out here and then they become wild thing, then you like, well, where that went wrong? We took them to church throughout their childhood years, and they done got out here in the world, and because that's not the only thing that scripture means. You have to actually look into the content part of it. That's what we rationalize and narrowed it down to. Just a little Bible study. No, I told you I come on here to educate and empower. So yes, I do know somewhat things of the Bible, like you should. But yeah, some of the people you have to educate, and don't get me wrong, I give kudos to the teachers that really got into education to educate and empower the students, and those that chose not to take part of the school. Now I just say, right there, if you don't want to deal with them kids, change your career. Don't go into teaching with you have the wrong concept. Because see, before you become a teacher, I want to become a teacher. This is what I want to do. You need to when you're working on your degree, you have to do something called student teaching. Well, you go inside a class and the grade level you want to teach, so you can see if that's what you enjoy doing. Now, how I got into teaching, because I wasn't doing it more in corporate America. I was more like facilitating meetings, and I enjoyed leading the meetings. And then I came to the point in my life to where I was like, hey, I want to teach. And then when I think about it in my childhood, I used to actually love playing school and playing teacher. I love my students, even though I was a child. And I end up getting into teaching. Now, I'm not a teacher that goes in every day, but I sub every now and then, or when leisure. But I enjoyed it. So when the teacher actually was out, I would go in and the class wouldn't skip a beat, because a lot of the subjects that assignments I would actually accept would be assignments that I enjoyed, like English, business education, social studies, and some maths. And so I would go in, I would actually teach it. Now I can't speak for all substitutes because all substitutes don't go in and, pick up the baton and go to teaching while the teacher. Some students, some some subs do like this. Y'all wait just a minute. I'll be right back. I'm still here. Let me come. Oh goodness. I'm still here, y'all. Y'all like, how you just get up from the middle of a live? So what? Some substitutes, they go in, they read the plans. Oh, okay. Mrs. Renford say, oh, okay, the student's supposed to do X, Y, Z today. They're supposed to turn in assignments at the end of the class. They're supposed to be quiet. They're not supposed to be on their cell phones. Please ensure that they do their work. I have a good class. You may have some behavior issues. If you have any problems, leave their names and I'll deal with them. That's a lie. She can't even deal with them students. Here's the assignment. Pass them out and ensure that they do it. I'm Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones. I'm gonna call roll. Timothy, Jerry, Sarah, Misha, Taquan, Martin. Y'all all here. Martin, come get these assignments. Pass them out. Y'all have at it. Y'all know what y'all supposed to do. This is some of these substitutes. Pull out my book. Go to reading it. Yeah. Okay. Stop all that talking. Make sure you're doing your assignments. Kids ain't doing no assignments. Cell phones all out. Some students have music in their ears, playing. You can hear the music. Mr. Jones. Jesus and God. Jesus and God. That's all they can. Students over there jumping on the desk. 3 of the students, some left out the classroom. Ding! Class is over. Mr. Jones ain't asked for not one assignment. Fills out the report. Class was good, period. Whew. That's how some of that. So, just to sum this story up. If you don't, teaching is a wonderful. I love teaching myself. I mean, I still teach. I teach more at the college level, and I love it. I don't have no complaints. I love empowering and teaching the students as well. But I love it. But I'm telling some of you, if that's not what you like to do, find yourself. How people have told me, oh, I'm like, what do you want to do with yourself? I don't know. You mean you don't know? I'm still trying to find myself. Oh, okay. You still trying to find yourself. Have you found yourself yet? Do somebody need to help find you? I can tell you how somebody help find you. Put your so-and-so out. That's how they can help find you. Then you will really find yourself. You will find yourself. You'll really find yourself. You will find yourself when you work in a full-time job at a job that you don't really, that will help you quickly find yourself. These people, I'll be wondering, like, where do these people get this stuff from? Somebody got to find themselves. Come stay with me. I'll help you find yourself. On to finding themselves. It seems like a young lady, notice I'm not calling any of these folks now. It seemed like a young lady up here, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, but in Clayton County, she found herself in a situation. She really found herself, and I think those 3 juvenile people, they found themselves somewhere else because she ran them over. It ain't funny. It's not funny. They got into an altercation at a restaurant, and I guess they was like, this is not settled. It was 3 of them. They said it's not settled. And they decided to go outside on the restaurant and they still got into it. So as they went to hold up, cereal bar, pull it up, pull it up. We're gonna talk about it today. There we go. I'm not gonna call Miss Palmer name. Between 36-year-old and the three juveniles in the drive-through line of the restaurant. Notice how I just cut through all of this. I'm trying to give you the meat. They say in video footage obtained for the restaurant, officers say three employees left the building to continue arguing with Miss Palmer. See, y'all young folks, y'all be trying to act all bad and bougie like Lil Jeezy said, or Lil Offset said. But y'all be trying to get all bad and we gonna settle this. I will leave out the restaurant. See, you left out the restaurant and you left out the restaurant and y'all continued the argument. And she finished it and ended it. They continued to argue with her. I'm not gonna call her name though. When the three employees began walking away from her vehicle, officers say so-and-so, I'm gonna sit up here and say so-and-so like I didn't, allegedly drove her vehicle into the business curb, hitting the three victims. One of them was taken to a nearby hospital to injuries. Now she is in custody, charged with aggravated assault. But y'all gonna run out there. See, y'all gonna learn to stop. Oh, I'm bad and bougie. You gonna run out there. That lady, she done ran these folks over. See, that's why you don't never know what people are dealing with and what may be going through some of these customers' head. Y'all get these jobs at these restaurants. Y'all don't want to be there neither. And then the customer asks you something, and you know what? You don't never know. She could have been mad. She could have had a bad day at work. She may be going through marital relationship problems, and now you want to argue with her, and you just tipped her right on over the edge. Oh, and then they want to come out to my car and show them, oh, they want to be bad. I show them who bad and bougie. So she ran them over. But I hope those young men are well. I hope they get better, and I hope things are better with her as well. Because it's sad. This world is coming into a sad place because people will fuel up and fume up about any little thing. That's why you never know when you are in proximity of a ticking time bomb. That's why I get people be calling me nosy and everything else, and you ask questions. All you do, you just be asking too much. No, because I want to know who I'm dealing with and who you are. I surely do. I listen to what. Hear me clearly. I listen to what is said and I listen to what is not said because people speak different languages. And if you don't know how to communicate with people will tell you one thing, but underhandedly will be saying something else. Just like somebody I know right now. They say I ask them a lot of questions. Well, they don't say I ask them a lot of questions. They just don't say nothing at all. They just don't say nothing at all. And then it's like I have to force the answers out. Because I need to know. I need to know who I'm dealing with and how to strategize for when you just decide you want to go kaboom. Speaking of kaboom, because since you all talking about kabooms, let's get some lotion. This is Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson, y'all should be paying me to market y'all baby lotion. Put on the little babies so they can have smooth skin. You know, some women be liking this baby. Let me tell you something. Women be liking this baby lotion. They get up on a man and stuff. He be smelling all good and stuff. They be liking that. When I be going certain places, I be wearing certain fragrances. And they be like, oh, what's that? And I tell them. They be like, you wear that? Be like, yeah, because I know it gets your attention. That's what I told the people. That's what I had told. I had went into Bath and Body Works. I went in the store and I had gotten to talking with these young ladies and the rest of the people that work there. And they were like, you be buying all these? Yeah, I buy these fragrances. Because when I get around people, they're like, Mm, you smell good. What you got on? And I tell them. But speaking of kaboom, everybody been having a question because I'm trailing in a topic which I don't too much talk about with certain people. I only talk about it with certain people when I know they are open minded to what's being said. If they closed minded, you can't tell them nothing. They done made certain approvals on stuff, and I'm like, when when did you work for them? When did you work for the FDA? But I came across an article which it was talking about where they're potentially, and it's been stated as well, about when you go get your vaccination shots, you should keep your card. Some people ask the question of laminating them. Some people said it's okay to do. Some people say it's not because it smears the ink on the card. Some indications also stated in the article that you should keep extra copies of the card just in case it's being asked upon. Now, I will say from reading the article, it has been stated that what is it? Cruise lines are starting to, jump on board. Like if you want to, oh, I want to go on a cruise. Well, you would have to show that card because they're probably working in behind the scenes now of making that card similar like your passport. That's kind of gonna be like your passport if you want to travel for cruise lines, and airlines have not gotten on board with it yet. But that's what they're actually saying. They was also stating that you should keep extra copies. Take a photo of it, the back and front of it. The article, if you lose your card, go back to where you got the vaccination from and tell them you misplaced your card and you would like a replacement. Notice I said go back to where you got the vaccination because some of y'all, including people in my family, some of y'all be doing what y'all want to do. I done stated to y'all, go back to where you got the vaccination from. If you got the vaccination from A sector, you over here to Zec. I need a replacement card. Well, ma'am, did you get your vaccination from here? No, I got it from what was the first one? A Beck. Okay, but where's Zec? You have to go to a bank. Oh, well, I thought it doesn't matter. All y'all do the vaccination. No, it does matter. Because, see, a bank have your information. People do what they want to do. So you would have to go back there. Now, it is stated as even to do like travels on the outside, they're stating that you would more than likely probably have to have this card to state that you have been vaccinated to actually even travel. Now, it hasn't been stated this is official yet, but really, if the truth must be told, it's something that they're actually probably working on, allegedly. It's something they're probably actually working on because cruise lines are starting to adopt this. Airlines have not jumped on board with it yet. But since this is being talked about in an article, it's kind of letting you know for some of you that don't like to read, for some of you that have no clue on what's going on in the world, in the United States of this America, and in Georgia, and in your state, and in your city. It's kind of like something being put out there like, we just putting it out there. We kind of letting you know what's probably gonna take place, but we just throwing it out there so you kind of have a heads up. You won't be surprised because when they do put it out there. Oh, I didn't know. Nobody didn't say that. I should have known. Really, you should have known. How they gonna do this? The same way they've been doing it. They just let you know underhanded, and they use crafty words to enlighten you. But since you did not pay it any of attention, you just decided that you was gonna. I did. No, they can't do it. Whew. I said these people here. But yes, that's what they're looking to do. And I'm trying to think of something else that they said in the article. Yeah, but those are the main sectors. Now, I should have put and more. Now, this lady, I had seen this lady. Those scooters, those electric scooters that older people be riding on? I was on this busy intersection Cars going 50, 55, and 60 miles an hour. Tell me why I seen this lady on her scooter trying to cross this busy intersection, and she got her dog and looked like she was coming from the store. I said, now, where's her kids at? Because clearly, you think if I was an older person, I'll be coming out here during this major busy intersection. It wasn't just one lane either. Trying to cross this lane. In some of these nut cases, when they be driving, their car be going on autopilot about 60 miles an hour. Their car driving and they doing this. Their car driving and they doing this. And you trying to cross the street on your little scooter, walking Snoopy, and they going just like this, and you say, "Oh, I guess I can go now." And their car is coming just like this while they're going just like this. You think that, and I say, where's this lady? See, this is why I say, I thank God for my age, and I know, I thank God that He gonna bless me to get older, and because He said, with the long life, He will satisfy me. That's the word. But I say I'm gonna have to move. I can't be staying up here in no Atlanta with all these net cases that take meds and everything. I need to go somewhere where it's a little slower pace, where I don't have to deal with these traffic, and I don't have to be doing like her. Then I ran into another lady. This lady, she had this nice Mercedes CLK. A CLK, if not mistaken, the CLK is the smaller Mercedes. It's not the C class. It's not the C250 or the C3. It's the CLK. It's much smaller. It's probably about the size of a Civic. But really, they're about the same size, the CLK and the C250. But she was driving this small car, and I was just watching this lady. Now, here go the curve right here. This is the curve. This is her car. Let me do it like this is her car. Half of her car was up on this high curve. She had a nice black. She was an older lady too. She had a nice black Mercedes, and I tell you that car was clean. So I'm coming out the grocery store, and I see this man in this Hyundai Elantra, and he in his car. He just in his car doing like this, and I'm like, who is he doing that to? And my nose itself. I'm looking like I done look both ways because y'all ain't gonna hit me. I'm looking like, who is he doing? He in his car doing like this on the window. Curb. This is her car. Half of her car on the curb. Now, CLK Mercedes car, it sits low. So that means she drove this car, and she finna tear up some, because if she would have drove this car, she was finna tear up some stuff under the bottom of that car. As soon as the first set of wheels hit that bottom part off that curb, she was finna tear up some stuff on under the bottom. So I get in my car, and I'm just turning around, walking, looking, looking. So I get in my car, and I cracks the window. And he's like, ma'am, you're going to tear up your car. You're going to tear up your car. You have to back up. And so the lady, she had a window up, so she don't know what he's saying. So she finally lets her window down. And I was like, Lord, please somebody help her with this car. Now she got this nice Mercedes. Somebody should have got her a Toyota Corolla or a Chevrolet Crave or something. Is it a Chevrolet Crave or a Chevrolet? That little small Chevrolet. It took the place of the Cavalier. They should have got her that, or a little Civic. They got her this nice, and it's a small Mercedes. So the guy, I was laughing at him because she finally got out the car to let him in after he told her, if you proceed to go this course, you finna tear up some stuff on this car. And I'm like, now I'm sitting in my car and I'm saying to myself, Lord, I should be driving that Mercedes. That lady don't need that Mercedes. She need her a Camry or a Corolla. She need her what's the other car? One of them little small cars, a Toyota Yaris. So he gets in the car, and I'm laughing at him. Because when you start driving Mercedes, BMWs, you don't just get in the car and you just shift the gear. Sometimes on those cars, the gear shift is like a turn signal thing on the steering wheel, or it could be down in the car, and you have to like twist the knob or twist it some type of way. This man, I'm closing the lady door, and I'm up there laughing because I say, I can tell he don't know how to put this car and get it. He just sitting there. He just sitting, just, and I'm up there just laughing because I'm like, he don't know how to put the car in. Like, why don't he ask her? So I guess it clicked in here. And he asked her like, "How do you?" And so she opened the door and she like, "You have to push that and take that." So finally, he got the car to running, and well, he got the car, and so he backed it down off the curb from the lady. They keep her for a tan. When I tell you that was a sharp black Mercedes, it fitted her, but I felt that she didn't need it. She needed a Corolla or Yaris, something very small and intimate, because that Mercedes that was too much for her, and it was a small car. And so he got it down for her, and she thanked him so much. Now the funny part, he left his car sitting in the middle of the road, in the middle of that road where the cars are going by through the grocery store. So I said, this is so interesting. You'll be amazed at when you go out in the community, the stuff that you see. Like today, I went to the Lenox Square, and I went looking at face masks because I had saw somebody with a face mask on that I really liked. So I went in this place, and it's like a little kiosk. So I was like, oh, okay, I liked a few of them, just a few of them. They have like the shield, but they have like them fashion shields. Like I was watching, cause see, the Lenox Square have tremendously changed. When I say tremendously changed, it is more how should I say this? I won't say diversified. It's diversified. It's more my complexion. So I sat there just watching the people go by, and I say, this mall, it's not that much. It's not diversified. It's more. See, it used to be a time when you would go in Lenox Square and it was more Caucasians in there, but now you have more African Americans in there. So a lot of them they would have on a fashion designer, had on these nice glass shields. Like let's say like my shirt is purple. They might have had like on this nice glass shield that was like a purplish color. And then one lady, she went and she came and sat beside me. She was from Wisconsin. And then I just went up and went to talk with her. And she was like, "Do you mind if I sit here?" "Sure, you can sit here." And so I went to talking with her, and she was talking with me. And I said, I'm just from the South. I said, I talk to anybody. I didn't even know that lady from Batman and Robin and Catwoman and Batgirl too. And so I was just talking with her. She was a nicer young lady. And she had on like this jumpsuit. It was like this orangish, reddish, yellow color. And her shield was like this orangish, reddish. It was nice on her. She talked to me. And she was like, "Oh, it doesn't hurt for good conversation." And then as soon as her homegirls left, because she was asking me, she was like, "Where are you?" She was like, she was asking me about something to eat. And I was telling her where I was gonna get something to eat from. She was like, "Do they sell drinks?" I said, "Yeah, they sell drinks." She asked me, "How far is it?" I told her how far it was. As soon as her girls came, it was like she cut off in the middle of our conversation. "Oh, okay, oh, okay, you have a great one." I said, "Now she was just as rude. How you gonna cut off in the middle of our conversation like that?" And the girls were looking at me like, "Who the F bomb is he?" I said, "These people here." But then I left. That's when I got our if you listen to my live, I see where I got the barbecue from. But other than that, I want to thank you all so much for tuning. It have gotten dark. Is it dark out there? Probably all these bright lights in my face. It ain't that dark. But thank you so much for tuning in to Say It, Larry J. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Tomorrow is supposed to be a splendid day. I hope it doesn't be cold. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say it's not gonna be cold. I'm gonna say it's not cold. I didn't go to school to be a meteorologist. It's going to be a wonderful day. So if you want to go to the park and you want to make you a picnic basket, you and your boo and everything, or some friends, y'all go to the park and have a nice little time. Go to Atlantic Station, do photo pics and everything, and at the little tower, do photos. And I think it's going to be a nice day out there for you all to do that. So you all enjoy your weekend. Make sure you stay prayed up, because these people, you got people running people over because the employees decided, oh, you want to clap back? Oh, okay. So you got employees doing it. So you just say prayed up. You know, some of that feelings when y'all say, "Oh, something told me not." When you hear that something told me not, don't do it. Because you end up getting something told me, and you do the opposite, and then you end up walking in a trap because something told you. Like you may hear some people say something told me. You may hear some people say my spirit told me. You may hear some people say, like I said, the spirit of the Lord told me, the Holy Ghost told me. I'll say my inner man told me. I listen because I'm not gonna be. Don't be around. You might want to be careful with being around him because that's a complete nutcase. They schizophrenic. One minute they'll be talking with you, next minute they'll be standing over you with the iron on, to my they finna press you out. No, player. We would not be doing that. So I try to make sure. That's why I stay in a quiet. I done jumped on another conversation. That's why I try to stay in a quiet space so I can hear from my inner man, hear from the Lord, and make sure He guiding me and leading me. Now, sometimes the Lord be telling me something, He be telling me not to do this, and I be done jumped out and did it anyway. Then be like, Lord, please, because if you don't, bust my head. But no, I try not to do that. But thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button, that share button. Make sure you share it with some people. Because some people, they don't watch the news. They really don't. And don't read either. But many of us have many of these. I want that new Apple phone. Why? You don't even do it nothing with the smartphone you got. It's smarter than you. That's what you got it for. That's why people get smartphones. I don't understand why people get smartphones and they don't utilize the smart capabilities that's right here in their hand. It's not like this big old computer that I got. You don't have to take you don't take the computer with you. You just take this with you. It's glued. Some of y'all probably don't sanitize y'all phone. Y'all be touching each other hands, spitting on each other, and you come back in the house, probably all types of bacteria and corollas and stuff on it because you don't sanitize it. You got to sanitize this too. But I try to use this along with other people as well. So make sure you click that like. Now I don't repeat it this again. Y'all have a good night. Enjoy. Be safe. Be blessed. Bye.